Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just boxing. Just be smart.
But now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. And he fails to score with that left hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
That was a terrible round.
Let's get it started in round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Going to punch himself out, though. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. What a massive upset this. And down goes ice cold. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Defense failed them. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet. Back at it in round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
playing big and missing big with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with the uppercut. That big hook doesn't land. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know.
Win this round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. There's a counter shot. Good counter punching. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Counter punch caught him clean. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. These two were made for each other. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell for round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
In the heavyweight division, one punch could end this fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Beautiful counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice counter punch right up the middle. perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight. You have.
Love that jab is slick.
Here we go, it's round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Miss with that jab. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time.
And we enter the 8th round. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? The referee will send them to the corner and take a look at the cut. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
This This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. An upset of the year, perhaps, right before our eyes. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart. Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time for our tale of the... First up, Ice Cold from Mexico.
This bout is skipped.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Right hand, right on point. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. That counter punch caught him clean. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That hook was off target. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Looks like trouble, and what else could they do but to take a knee here?
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next? And there's the bell for round two. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the ropes because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch halfway through the round. And, man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? That right hook catching air. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different...
And there's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Cut you off here, Johnny. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. Try to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. His stamina is off the charts. You'd like to see more jabs. Do you believe what we are seeing? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, he is... Here we go to the 4th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. Insane action. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
No rest for the weary. A lot of effort being exerted here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come. And there's the bell for round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. That jab misses. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
And he scores with the counter. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The right hook misses. The straight right just misses. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The game plan does not seem to be working. On to the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he just missed with that left jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. No rest for the weary. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You're much better than this guy. You're much better. Great one. I love that.
And there's the bell for round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One punch changes it. Hold that thought! If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four.
they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. To get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
They block the hook. Just missed with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
That right hand is beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots.
And there's the bell for round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Swing and a miss with that hook. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook just can't find the target. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are...